Alright, what's up guys? Another beautiful day here on the farm here in Wisconsin. As you can see, as from yesterday, the money has gone up, but that is due to the fact that I spent a ton of time selling off some livestock, bringing in some money, selling off manure. As a matter of fact, I still have more manure that has to go, but selling off manure, selling off slurry. A lot of work was done yesterday, and I think selling pallets was one of the big things too, but we got a lot of that done. So we were able to actually make some money finally, and now I can afford some better things like the WI Master LT, so I can actually do baling, proper baling, where I can do the silage bales instead of quit doing that, unload. There, thank you. So now I can do proper bales instead of having to go buy the silage bales. I could just make them with the WI Master. But that also means that this money is going to go away very quickly because the Krone Big X is expensive as hell. And then the trailer, I mean, we're looking at pretty much almost $1 million just in the baling, just to make silage bales. We're looking at almost $1 million. But in the meantime, we're gonna take this slurry tanker back to the farm. And I'm trying to remember what I was doing last night when I quit out about 1 o'clock. So yes, it was pretty much an all-day grind. I think what we'll be doing a little bit of too, possibly could center around the charcoal factory. I'll have to figure that out when we get there though. One thing at a time. We still need to make field extensions. Or what I was thinking, new proposed idea, new fields. Is up by 24 and 26, which are up on the hill right across from the farm. There's a couple spots in particular that stick out, like right here. There's a low spot right there. That all could be one big ass field. And then there's a dog leg on the upper end too. That could be one big ass field. So could be a busy day for the Massey 8700 series. Oh, hit the dually. Did not mean to do that. I might have hit the Freightliner too. It's kind of weird. Alright, let's check the Freightliner and see how full. We are at 42% on poo. Cows are good. They've got their maximum food and water for 6 days. Don't need any of that. Our harvester has moved on, so let's run up the hill here. Let me over. Let me over the damn thing. But no, what I was talking about as far as the extensions is we have this entire dog leg here that would make a good short field. But the big emphasis that I was thinking is down here. This entire area down here is just prime for plowing, but that would take one massive effort right there with multiple plows. Seeing how my plow is literally that wide. This is our plow. I think right now the benefit would be to, well, I was going to extend field 24. I think I am still going to do that, so at least we can bring that up a little bit. Take a look and see how far we can go. I know I can go up higher this way, without a doubt. I want to try and make it match the other field, so we're going to see if we can do that. Oh, stop, stop. There, now go. Doesn't matter if it gets a little crooked here, because I'm going to extend this field over into the next one. So we all have one big field. The main part is getting it lined up to where it's actually straight. Which means we're going to have one long strip up here to do as an end row. So right out there. God damn it. Hitting buttons. Alright, so now we're going to come across. Drop that down. And let's see how far we can go over. And I don't want to go too far. Thinking maybe right about there. Now we'll just turn around and go down. So that will add a little bit of girth to this field. If that tree wasn't there, I'd actually clip it over a little bit further, but I'm not going to worry about it. Now this has not been seeded yet, it has only been cultivated, so I have no problems driving down in here messing it up a little bit. So now you can see what we're going to extend there. We're also going to make the runs all the way up and down the field in between to extend all that out. So we do have quite a bit of work to do here. And this is only extending the first field. This isn't even creating other ones. Because after this is done, I noticed that the cedar has a tendency to kind of spaz out if you don't cultivate the ground first. And I'm pretty sure it's probably going to have a few issues with going up this steep of terrain. But it's all stuff you got to test out and find out if it's going to sink or swim. So we know we can go all the way over to here. Might as well come down this way. So we do have to come all the way down this field. Make these two meet up with each other. So this will be the combination of 26 and 24. And this is going to be the other the other half of the cash crop that I was doing yesterday on the bottoms down there in 30, 28, and I think it's 34. We planted all soybean. Well, this is all going to be canola. That way we've got two high in-demand crops. Or if I look at it and sunflowers happens to be up, we can always plant sunflowers in this one as well. But as of right now, I think it'll be canola and soybean. So we have to come down to right about there. I'm really glad I put the weight on this thing. There, that's a lot better now. Lowered the weight. Our field crossed in. Make our turn up and our turn back, and then we'll be done with our, this bit. It'll just be a lot cleaner, and the harvester, so far we have not been able to completely fill a harvester on one of these fields that we've done yet, mainly because it's the scripted one. But I think by doing this we might actually have a better chance. At least getting it more than 50% full. Because I think last time it was only at 25, but it was the first harvest of 26 and it was not fertilized because I had just bought the field. So I think it'll be a lot. There'll be a lot more. I mean, you could put a little dog leg over on that side too, but then you're making your field really weird shaped. As is, I'm making it weird by putting a multi-tiered dog leg in, combining these two fields together, but it's what I wanted. And then after we're done with this, we'll put the plow in the next spot that we want to do. Or we might just plow. I know I've got to do some more I've got to do some more baling, but in order to do more baling we need more storage space. Because I'm not really super enthused with how I've got my bales stacked right now. Lift, lift, lift. I think my baling game could be a little bit stronger and a hell of a lot more organized. Dig. And this is probably going to be a chore for the harvester to get up to. I know it's going to be a pain in the ass for the seeder to get on. Which is why it's probably going to be a few end rows up here. I think this is the only reservation on why I didn't do this to start with. But the good news, this plow will turn around on its own radius. So we just spin her around and keep going. Now if it didn't have the weight on the front end, it'd be a different story. It would not be making these tight turn radiuses. It'd be trying to walk the front end like the 68 Series Internationals do when you try turning them. Or even the 86 Series quad wheel. Which that's another thing I gotta buy. I gotta buy the little customization shop that sits down on the farm. I need some storage space, and I need the vehicle customization shop. There's room for, I think, all of it. And if worse comes to worse, I'll just move where I was going to originally put the bales at. Because the bales, it's not going to be a traditional style barn. It's going to be more of a the vehicle shelter, but it's the large one, so it's got to be on a fairly large piece of ground, and it has to be flat. It's not going to have gravel underneath it because that real estate's pretty much taken down at the farm. So it's got to go somewhere in the grass, but not too worried about that. It's just going to be holding bales anyways. Almost looks like I'm doing potatoes here. But yeah, straight ahead of us and down would be where one of the new fields will go, since there is an access road to get down into it. And then off to the left would be where a smaller, which I don't think I'll do that one since I just made this one larger. There would be no point in making a small dog-legged field when I could just come up here with the speed rower, the wind rower, the hay bob, and then the baler, and get us some more straw. But some hay, but we already have a crap ton sitting down. Well, we have a huge area back behind the farm where we can do all that, so it's not really a high priority. We're also going to take a trip up to the pallet factory, and we're also going to take a trip to the BGA. I think where I was last night is I didn't notice the low loader down at the farm, so I think I was still in the process of resetting that, because you guys will see what well, you might not see what I bought right away unless I have to cycle through it to get to the low loader. But in order to keep the pallet factory happy, I had to buy something, which ate a lot of the money that we had. Had to take out a loan just to get it, and then work my ass off to pay off the loan, and then bring the money up. Alright, so we've got this field done, so now it would be kind of counterintuitive to come over to this little spot here and make a field, because that's really not that much ground. So what I'm thinking instead is come down here, this big ass section, and make a field, or that can be additional baling. But I think for now, just extending that field, that's good enough. I don't want to get too crazy with the fields, and I want to keep them, what's up Thomas? I want to keep them fairly square too. I don't want them like all goofy looking. So I think, even though that is prime for making a small field, thinking we want to just set this down here, detach that, and then we'll take and grab this disc harrow, which Seth was, I know he was bitching at me saying, oh, that's a plow. No, it's a cultivator. It's just a Ford. Oh shit, we lost our weights. Need to grab those back. But no, the one I have is only a disc harrow. Alright, so let's go over here. Let's get this almost ready to go for... Oh crap, yeah, we still gotta do all this over here too. There's our spilled bit of soybeans. Missed the trailer and screwed up a little. So just so there's no conflicts with anything else, we're going to drop the cultivator and lift away, drop the cultivator, and get this going. So we can get everything all uniform, and then I can just hire a helper and get them going. Now, I can't hire anybody to do the cultivating now that I've gone in here, but It's all good. I don't mind sitting on a plow for a little while. Now the way this fence goes, I think right where I started was the weakest part. He might be able to get up here and turn it around, might not. The cedar might have some problems here. Cultivator, just fine. We'll get all the way down here. And then we'll go ahead and line up on the edge of 26. As you can see where I had parked the cedar, is where that field originally ended, and I had a little bit of an overlap. So the cedar is definitely going to be put to work now. Our cultivator up. And back down. And we'll get this going. Now it doesn't look like I've added much, but the fact that I'll be now going up and down inside of 2 fields at least is going to make it more worth it. And yeah, if this tractor is... No, this cultivator does take a lot of power, and I think I'm right on the edge as far as power goes, so that might be why I'm bogging down as much as I am. The cedar shouldn't be as bad. Hopefully it won't be anywhere near as bad. Now that it's cultivated instead of left plowed. As I noticed every time with that modded condor, if you tried to drag it over ground that was just plowed and wasn't cultivated, the AI helper would have no problem going at working speed, but I was stuck at like 4 miles an hour. You'd watch it bouncing between 3 to 4 and then 4 to 5 miles an hour. I think it had a lot to do with the fact that the ground wasn't smoothed over and it was still rough. But we'd never run into that issue before any other time using that cedar. So who knows? I don't have ground response on. I don't have crop destruction. Well, the ground response would be kind of cool, but it doesn't really do anything. It doesn't leave ruts permanently. It doesn't do anything other than rock the shit out of the tractors and the harvesters and all your equipment and make a hard job already harder. Okay, so we've got that part of the field done. We still have to do the rest of this. Let's get up here in a couple end rows, or I can just box the field in. It doesn't really matter at this point. I think we might just go with boxing. This is going to take a while to... Actually, you know what? I can hire somebody to do this part because it's still on the square end. I'll just screw up the other end. Now, if I'd got this end boxed off, or end road, yeah, we can hire somebody to do this. That way I can play catch up with the cedar. As long as this dumbass doesn't find anything to hit or get stuck on down there. Yeah, see, he'll go. Whee! Now we can get into the cedar. We do not want that. We want canola. Okay, so it's not lowered yet. Lower it. So we are now lowered and turned on. And we are seeding. Oh, see, it's doing that glitch thing. The speed should not be doing that. That's interesting, because if I hire a worker, I guarantee you he'll go like 9 million miles an hour. That, or it just seems to be when you start the field. And then it smooths out. Or maybe it has something to do with cruise control, who the hell knows? No, it ain't got nothing to do with cruise. Oh, we might be looking into another cedar, seeing how this one is being weird. This cedar will go back down to the sugar beet farm. I honestly think it's the fact that this is a modded cedar. I know it's not from hitting bottom. So I think what we'll do, turn it off, fold it. We're going to take this one back to the sugar beet field, and then we're going to take and load up. The fuck do you mean helper A has finished the task? Helper A should still be freaking plowing the field. That's what I thought. Helper A didn't. Who the hell? Oh, that's helper H. Alright, so we're gonna make the long drive up to the PGA. It's a shame the cedar and this tractor both don't fit on the lowboy, because otherwise I just dogpile them on there and go. Okay, so those are our two fields over there. That's field 28, field 30, and then we've got field 34, which has not quite kicked over to growth state yet. Which is not a big deal. We've got a ton of stuff to do. Should have went up and checked. Well, when we get the tractor over to the implement shop. That'll be different because I would have just reset both of them, but you lose all your seed and your fertilizer, and this seeder does not go to the implement shop. But I am thinking about one thing. I do have an idea. That does not involve baling yet. We've got a tractor that's gonna run seeder. The tractor is easily movable. That cultivator can be brought back down. I think I know what I'm gonna do. There's probably gonna be a little bit of overkill, but I'm pretty sure I know what I'm gonna be doing here. I'm gonna have to look into it first before I do it. Long ass trips. Alright, so that's the spinnery. Kept forgetting what that was. That's the sawmill. We've also got our our barn here. That's for selling straw. And this is our sugar beet field. So technically if I wanted to, well no, I don't want to be an asshole, because these are my fields. I want to know what the hell happened to the AI planner when he was up here. Why am I missing all this? That's two runs of crop missing. Not that it's gonna hurt anything. But still, that's two passes with that harvester that I am now missing over here. Did he just not get the fucking memo to show up to work and finish it? Because he started. Why the fuck didn't he finish? It's like he just decided, you know what, screw you, I'm done. So, cedar is where it should be. And as a matter of fact, that tractor could sit right there. Just turn those off. We need water for that though. We are gonna do the first non-American tractor. Only because I can put a lot of power to it. Damn you. Stop scrolling through shit, you fucker. Not hitting. Can we get back to tractors, please? It probably only would have taken one. Thank you. What the? We're gonna try and make it look like a case. So right now it's 320 horse. Now it's at 410. No, I don't. Wait. Yeah. See how shitty it looks. So that was $288,000. See what that looks like. Looks like a reverse Massey. Okay, well, we got that. So now we're gonna go over to this, which one were we using before? That one is a 14.5 meter. This one here is a 10 meter. I'm pulling with a John Deere, or not John Deere, the 86 Series International. And this one is a 9.5, or no, 12.3. So 12.3 versus 14.5. So now we've got our tractor and our plow. This will be for doing the fields by the farm now. We'll get a lot more done. Ow. Shut up, Seth. Jesus Christ, this thing's a tippy son of a bitch. And now for the 8 million mile long journey. I still don't know what the hell my fucking low loader is. Oh wait, when the hell did they put IC on this one? I didn't remember IC being on this one. They must have updated it. No, they still couldn't update the front wheels where it looks like the rims are spinning inside. Yeah, you go back to work. I'm working right now. Alright, while I'm here... No, I need to get this back to the farm first. Because then I'll swap out the other cultivator and bring him back down here too. So I've got one truck fully loaded with sugar beets that I can't transfer, and then another truck that's fed the sugar beet plant, BGA, whatever you want to call it, sugar factory, whatever the fuck it is. There's so many places on here. Now that one's all oats there. That needs to be harvested. I need like a teleport button. Get from one spot to another. It sucks that I couldn't get another tractor big enough like the Massey, but honestly this class Axion is freaking powerful. And it doesn't look that bad. If they would let me paint it red, it would look better. Red with black wheels, then it'd look a little bit more case, but oh well, we'll do red, white, and chrome. Well, cultivator's blue, so red, white, blue, and chrome. I'm actually not going that slow either. So what I'll do is when we get up to that field, depending on how far Helper H has gotten, we'll just swap out and make him hire somebody to do this one. This will make a little bit easier work. Haven't really done a lot with that case combine. This one I've pulled. Oh, why didn't I buy the Field Viper? I could get 600 plus horsepower easily. Or a Viper, period. Or, yeah, the Challenger MT600. You can go all the way up to the 800. Duh. Wasn't thinking. And especially on the surfaces it's going to be working. That would have made sense to have a fully tracked tractor. So I know I stopped at the pallet factory last night. I think I've got 4 loaded on the truck, but I want to get a full load going, and then I'll just start stockpiling pallets. Because there's 2 places that they're going to go to. They're going to go to the charcoal factory, and they're going to go to the sugar factory. The charcoal factory is going to need sawdust or wood chips, and that's a byproduct of the pallet factory. Or you could buy a chipper and just go to frickin' town. Oh, you could plant poplars and then buy a ridiculously expensive harvesting machine for wood chips. I remember, what was it? We were on Goldcrest, and I did a couple small fields with the poplar planters, and holy crap, did we have a lot of wood chips after that. But we were direct selling it, so it's not like we saw the profit off of it. Or we didn't see any mass off of it because we were just selling it as soon as we harvested. Well, fold that back up. He's almost done. We'll just sit here and wait for him to finish. Where is he? Helper H is black behind object. Yep, that was me. No! Damn it. Wait for it. Oh, you've just been trumped. You're fired. Lower that thing back down. And we'll be able to get all this going. Oh, what the f... I bought a oh man. I bought a bigger cultivator. That was only step 1 of the problem. Step 2 is I need to reset that class Axion back to the freaking implement shop to bring home another seeder. Duh. I wonder what the hell. I was missing. Son of a bitch. Oh, oh, no, no, we don't want that. I need to get this over here done. And then I'll get that little wussy piece. Oh, no, not wussy piece. We'll also plow over that pile of soybeans that's sitting there. I dumped out like an idiot because I didn't think I was going to be doing soy. So there's our class with the class Axion 900 with the what we refer to as the cock ring all-rounder. Let's drive over Soybean Mountain here. Bloop. Bloop. Uh-oh. Yeah, I centered there for a second. Come on. Come on, you got it. Oh boy. Drawbar stuck on it. No, come on, you got it. You got it, you got it, you got it. Go. There we go. So I'm glad that's out of there now. Now, well, yeah, that's the only reason I didn't extend the field back any further. Alright, let's take this cultivator and, well, first we get a separate, no, I can do that afterwards. This cultivator and this tractor needs to go back to the sugar beet factory. And both of these together would not fit on the low boy, so we're going to have to drive this all the way back. It's a good thing I got all my cows fed and watered for 6 days. Let's see, the Massey does not have IC on it. The Axion has IC, which is just interior controls. So we're going to take the long journey down to the sugar beet fields, and I should probably check the price when I get down there, because I do have a 100,000 liter load just sitting in a truck that I had to buy a different trailer, which that might be making its way up to the implement shop to get sold. I'm not gonna get shit for money out of it, but I can't use that one to work the sugar factory. How are those wheels still turning? They're turning at the same speed that everything else is. Interesting. All of a sudden, this damn thing is a tippy son of a bitch. I always forget to turn my hazards on, and at least my beacons. And in a rarity, if you took a look at that BP gas sign back there, premium and diesel for the same price, $2.98 a gallon. Diesel is usually always about 30 cents more per gallon than your premium fuel, which makes no sense. Less steps in refining it, but yet it costs more. I smelled government written all over that one. What is that place? Oh, there's a shit ton of stuff there, but it must have been just for looks. There's our spinneries there, sawmill, barn. Once we're around the corner here, we'll be up towards where we really need to be. And then I can just hop around to vehicles and reset the class. Go buy the other cedar, the regular condor, and see if that fixes the problem. Or I can reset the class and buy a Challenger instead. That at least is more American than the Axion, and I can get some horsepower out of it too. Because the Challengers are Caterpillars. So that's what we might end up doing. We'll keep these ones down here. Okay, I've got the game plan formulated now. I know it's going to cost a hell of a lot more for that Challenger, but it'll be worth it. I know this would destroy crops in real life. Alright, so now the original equipment is back down where it belongs. How much are sugar beets going for right now? Pake's Farm right now is the winner. So we'll jump into this boy here. It's so full I have udders. So we'll take this down to Pake's Farm. This is 100,000 liters of sugar beets. So even though they're only $400, it's probably going to be about a $40,000 harvest. So if it was 1,000, well, no, it might be a. Should be pretty decent. Ain't gonna be no $400,000 harvest though. And we'll find out here in a minute once we come to town. Have to go back to where we sold the slurry earlier. This Pake's is actually a double purpose place. Not only does it take grains, it also does liquid slurry. So we'll make all the, pass all these bars here, which any place that has a hamburger sign is supposed to be a bar. They just didn't have any prefabs to make it say bar. Alright, so there's Pake's Farm right there. Let's see how much money we end up with here, because that'll determine what I do next. Brake. Wind turn. This little pump we're driving past here is where they sell the slurry at. And then Seth was nice enough to put a turnaround in here, so no matter which way you came in here, you could always swing your truck back around. Alright, let's see how much money we get here. It's probably not going to be that much, probably only about $40,000. The sugar beets are so freaking cheap right now. I just want them gone. Because I screwed up and put the first load in the wrong trailer. As my front end awkwardly sticks out in the air. I was right on par. Just over $40,000, so $42,485. Can't use this for anything else. So we're going to take the quicker way back to the implement shop. Up here on the left will be the carton factory over there. If you go straight up the hill, you're going to the Double F farm. And if you take a right here, which is what we're going to do, this will take you down to the brewery. And ultimately closer to the implement shop. We're cutting kind of through the center of the map here. But instead of backtracking and going the way that we normally would, this is going to save some time. Actually, it's going to save a lot of time. You can see nothing but wide open land over here. This right here would be a great place for a grass operation, or silage. And on our left now is the brewery, which the brewery takes 4 products to make beer. You need wheat, barley, water, and pallets. And I'm going to say screw it and cut through this guy's field because I just want to get this truck back to the implement shop so it's sold off. And then hopefully somewhere along the lines I find out where the hell my lowboy is. I imagine it's somewhere on the freaking road here. Or it might still be back at the pallet factory, who knows. I don't remember where everything ended up at. I could have cut in there and just cross-cut through 58, 59, 60 and then popped out, but trying to go for a little bit of realism here. As much as I can do, which sometimes isn't much. Yeah, that low loader has to be back up by the pallet factory. It has to. Because we're coming back up on the implement shop and everything now, and I still haven't seen it yet. Yeah, nothing. There's the dairy right there. Yep, the dairy, gas station, Heller's Market, and the implement shop. Now, I was looking at the computer this morning when Steam was doing its updates, And it seems that Car Mechanic Simulator has put out Jeep DLC. Which, am I going to buy it? Of course I'm going to buy it, but what they still haven't even done yet, though, is they still haven't even fixed the basic freaking issues. We still don't even have that tuning DLC. So let's get this thing. Well, actually, no, I didn't need to do that. Need to hop into this menu here. Find the Axion. Which might be a little bit harder than I thought. Screw that. I want that by this. Find my tractor. That seems to be doing just implements. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, and that's why. Take that off, 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 off. On. There it is, right there. Reset, yes. Okay. Now I can turn all these back on. Turn on, sell this. Okay, and then return. How much does that got? That's 300 something horse. Oh, that's the Field Viper. I don't want the Field Viper. I want the actual. God damn it. I want the actual tracked one. 492. Why would you need 600 something horsepower? I don't know. 492 is plenty. That, and then a sewing machine. We need our regular Condor. Alright, now I will return in a couple minutes here. I gotta make a phone call real quick. So we'll just sit here on the tractor and let it warm up. Alright, I'm back. Farming sim I take more serious than Car Mechanic Simulator, which is why I don't have a shit ton of money. I try to do this realistically. Car Mechanic Simulator is so freaking broken that I don't care if I've got $18 bajillion. This game, I try to do it as real as possible. And this is going to be a long, slow drive back to the farm, but it'll be worth it. Speaking of Car Mechanic Sim, I need to buy that damn DLC, and it'll probably be broken out of the gate. Oh, that looks cool inside. This is a big boy tractor. And I'll go ahead and take advantage of filling up down here at the, oh, we want to set our seed too, so there's canola. Now we've got one tractor to do two jobs. We can cultivate and we can seed with this thing. I'll quit pitching the damn seed around. I'm just trying to heat up the tracks. Oh, great. I forgot I parked the Massey's right next to it. It's okay, I'm a problem solver. And the way that hill is, it's perfect. Oh, I wonder if I'll do it this way. It will. Which is cool. Give me time to try and find... Oh, look, there's my lowboy. And where's it at? Right at the freaking pallet factory. Ah, I should have looked to see, how much wood I had, if I had more pallets sitting there or not. This road here should take me, if I'm right, yeah, it'll take me up past, I know where I'll be coming out now. Alright, let's figure out where we're going. It'll be fun to take this down to the off fields. Looks like the deck's finally starting to get dirty a little bit. You'd figure it'd be a lot dirtier than it is, considering how much I've hauled on it. And this is where I was getting really nitpicky. I've been down at my farm a few times and didn't see my low loader or my freaking truck for it, so I was starting to get a little agitated. So now we're just going to bring this back to where it belongs. Okay, this is all my field here. So we'll bring the, yep, there's the cultivator. So we'll just come down here. Oh boy. And come up through here. Try not to hit my house, 'cause that would suck. And we will park our low loader back where she belongs. Alright, so that's full of seed. Awesome. Now we just gotta get it full of fertilizer. So fill it with fertilizer, we're good to go, and then we'll head up to 26, 24, make an inroad, and then get this guy seeding. Or I might just do it myself, who knows. Anything's possible. Oh boy. Houston, we have a problem. Pallet factory is overloaded. Alright, so we need it in work position. Things swing so bad when the front end's not on the ground right. Let that one come out. Alright, so the pallet factory is back in business. Before I head back down, I do, however, want to, oh wow, that actually had some sawdust built up. Too bad we're only at 6%. Because that trailer, once it's full, is going to head over to the... Oh yeah, we need wood bad. Off to the wilderness we go. I've just been cutting random trees down, dragging them up and cutting them into... Easy killer. You know. Just drag them up. And I should be able to just swing it in and it should take care of it pretty quickly. Instead of having to cut it in. Jesus Christ, it's already made 2 things of pallets? Yep, there we go, check that out. Bam, trees. Let's bring this big bad boy in. Nope. Damn, by the time I'm done doing this, I might actually have a full trailer of pallets. Well, that got us up to 21,000. Another 20,000 to go. Looking for those big ass trees. Those are the ones I need. I'll take anyone I can get, but let's see. That's a very, very wide variety of games. I've got a ton. I need to be playing more of the Gold Rush. I've kind of been slacking on that, but I play a mixture of everything pretty much. 28. That boom needs to come out a little bit. There, that's better. Well, let's take a quick look through the old Steam library. Basically, a lot of games aren't even installed. The computer I'm on is a computer I built specifically for gaming and streaming. Wait, which one of these trees looks better? A big one. These are all little ones. Fall over already. Come on, we need one more tree on top of this one. See how much wood that put in. 34. So yeah, we can go up another tree. Let's take this one here. Not that it matters, they're all the same damn size. That one should have been almost a flush cut. Pretty close. I'll have to come up here with a stump grinder later. So it's already produced 2 rows of pallets just while I was here. That should have filled it. 40, oh no, it's still not full. Short-term memory loss. Am I going to show what in the video? Come on, bitch. Cut. No. Stop doing that. That high stumped it. I didn't want a high stump. Jesus, it's made 3 rows of pallets now. Literally cannot keep up with this damn plant. Take it. Take the tree. It'd be physically impossible for me to show my computer, just due to the fact that, well, I don't know, I could probably use a GoPro or something, but come on, take the rest of this. Ah, you shithead. My computer is actually tucked in a very, very tight spot to get to. But the specs aren't that hard to rattle off. It's a i5 6600K processor that we overclocked from 3.5 to 4.6. I've got a EVGA brand NVIDIA 1070 GTX superclock card, an MSI Z170A SLI Plus motherboard, 16 gigs of DDR4 3000 speed RAM, a Noctua DH15 forced induction air cooler, a gigantic ass Corsair Carbide Series 540 cube case, which keeps everything nice and cool. A Corsair, well, the RAM is Corsair too, they're LPX Vengeance. A Corsair HM1000X power supply. What else do we have in this little special? A Samsung. God damn it, you stupid non-pivoting truck. Turn, Jesus. A Samsung 950 Pro. You fucking piece of shit Freightliner. $256 gig solid state Samsung, and then a two. I think they're Western Digitals. Yeah, I know, it's in the way. Chill. 2 Western Digital 2 terabyte hard drives. Everything's going to be getting changed over soon, though. When I rebuild the computer, it will all be liquid cooled. So I'll be going probably with the EVGA Classified X board. Processor, I'll probably go up to a 7700 i7. I still want to stay Kaby Lake. The Devil's Canyon shit just isn't enough power for me. Fill. Alright, so that's full. Our Challenger is full. Let's get this thing on its way down to the farm since I just restocked the pallet factory. We gotta get some crops up out of the ground. Now, like I said, that computer sits behind my left monitor, which is on a monitor stand. It'd be really hard to get in there and get good shots of it, seeing how it's hidden behind the TV and it's literally a rat's nest of wiring. So I've got all my racing stuff hooked to it. Pretty much I had to add USB ports to it because I ran out. It's about a $2,200 computer when all is said and done. I think the only parts that the only thing that I reused was the power supply. Well, all new processor, the cooling, everything. Oh, when I build my new one, yeah, I can do a video on that, but that will not be for quite some time because this computer doesn't even have a year on it yet. That one I'll definitely take advantage of putting a larger solid state in, at least a 512 meg instead of a 256 or gig instead of a 256. If they, well, I think they do offer a terabyte solid state, but that's fucking huge, and I don't think I'd ever use that much space. I've got 4 terabytes of platter drive. What this thing makes up for, or what it lacks for speed on the road, this thing more than makes up for on the fields. So hopefully we can sometime soon get to our farm. There's one thing I hate, it's driving these tractors down the road for 8,000 miles. And hopefully we'll get this thing dirty soon. I think I'll go up and do N-row on it and then, well, yeah. It's not that far of a drive if I run out of seed just to run down the hill and get it. I'm not going to be lazy. I'll just do it myself. $279, $289, $298. So that, right there's a bar, there's a bar, there's a bar, there's a bar, there's a bar. Anything with a Coca-Cola sign. Those are all bars. I want to go to the Stanley Cakery. There's Togg's Mill. So we are getting closer. I wish all this would fit on a lowboy, but that would be one long ass trailer. I don't think the big blue one would work. I think I can barely clear 2 of the tractors on it. Well, at least we're in the home stretch now. So our cash crops will be going in here, and then as much as I'd like the fast forward time, that's still not going to happen, because after we get the cash crops in, we've got to do some more baling. And that also means we're going to be doing some moving around. You cannot cheat with Gold Rush. They actually put in an anti-cheat. Because believe me, the first thing I wanted to do was give myself a ton of money and be able to start all the way as a big dog, but nope, you can't do it. The amount of time that I put in Gold Rush already, though, I did find a 40-ounce nugget, and I melted down, I think, 44 ounces of gold. I do have enough money to buy the small excavator, but as of right now, I'm still having to use the digging by hand method with a hog pan and a water pump. But yeah, they did. They put in an anti-cheat, and I looked at the update today for Gold Rush, and they even got rid of the old cheat where if you took out a loan and then you saved the game, you could glitch it and get infinite money. They patched that, so there's absolutely no way to cheat in Gold Rush. You have to do it the hard way, which I mean isn't really a bad thing. That's the way it should be. But there is absolutely no money cheating. How the hell is this thing turned on? I don't know. Fuck it, it works for me. Yep, had to been that modded Condor, because this one is working just fine. Yeah, the first thing, well, I started the game legit anyways. Cody tried cheating it, and he was messing around with cheat engine, and he's just like, no, I can't cheat, it won't let me add money, the values keep changing. I'm like, well, maybe they put an anti-cheat in place, that way your ass can't cheat. And then looking at the update today, it just confirmed it. But with that being another playaway game, they actually lowered the prices on things now. I like that. The buckets that the buckets were $20, they're now $5. The small trailer that was $1,900 is now $1,000. So they lowered the prices on it. I wonder if they lowered the price on that big ass trailer, because that's the one that I bought, was the double axle one. You know, I wonder if will dude do this without screwing up the field? Nope, because he's an idiot. They did lower the prices on a lot of things. I don't think they lowered the prices of the equipment though. Damn it, I have to sit here and do this, and I need to put more storage in. Might as well start at this end first. I wonder if I go up to the other end and end-row that. Ooh, that's gonna be some extreme field over there. If I can end-row this and he's not gonna screw up, then we should be good. see what we can do here. If we give him one end row, that should be enough for him to spin this tractor around, which is the reason why I got this tractor, is the fact that it will spin on its own radius. See you later, Sergio. Take it easy. And let's see if I can go down across here. He should be able to do the rest himself. I'll start him on the other end and see if he can do it. If I can at least get this done here. He's got plenty of room to turn around here. I just want to end row it all. Yeah, because he would definitely get fucked over here. Well, I might get fucked. Yeah, he would not have liked doing that. Don't hit anything on the way down. What the fuck? Why is that seated over there? Oh, because I started. Idiot. Alright, so let's see if this guy will keep going. Alright, cool. So let me jump down to the farm here, and I need to look at where I'm going to put my storage, which would be right about here. Alright, so the shop. Placeables. Looking for a specific building. I might have probably already passed by it. Yeah, no, no, right there. Vehicle shelter. Let's see where I'm placing this to make sure it looks alright. Just be safe. We'll go ahead and put one right here. And then try and line this bitch up. Well, no, that ain't gonna work there. We can spin one around right here. Does that look right? No, that's not too bad. That was only 12 grand a piece. And it smashed out the grass underneath it. Awesome. So we've got two little canopied shelters, which means I can put my bales in here now and get them the hell out of the way. Dirty ass cows. Alright, so our cash crop field is going right now. There's really nothing to do other than windrowing or speed row. Alright, so this is not on level ground, but it doesn't really freaking matter. So I can actually park a truck right here, which is cool. And an autoloader here, and then another autoloader in the other one. So these are all, that's all grass bales. I'm trying to use up all the stuff that I have here, because this will fit plenty of bales. Always cut this tree down. Nee. Cut these down. More importantly, do we have any cows? No, we do not. Are there no cows ready to go yet? Oh, none of them are ready to go yet. Damn it, you heifers. Been feeding you for forever. What are you looking at, ugly? Huh? I'm gonna come up over that railing and kick your ass. Alright, so that's all taken care of. Let's run back up the hill, see how Bitch Boy's doing in the cedar here. Oh, wow, he's actually gotten a lot done. Damn, he actually made a path up here and down. Awesome, he's actually doing a good job. For not having a defined field. Do I see skip spots? No, I don't. Hey, watch out, I'm hopping in there. No. I don't care if you're blocked by an object, I'm hopping in with you. Alright, now I'm hopping out. Helper H is not blocked by shit. Get down somewhere. Oh yeah. Now see, all this down here, these are all wheat fields. This is all planted in wheat. That way I've got plenty of straw swath. Now we're going to do the other fun part. Now we're going to drive around and we're going to just mow grass and windrow and then bale, or tedder and bale it. And this is actually a very long, drawn-out process in itself. I can't tell if I'm driving straight or if I'm driving fucking crooked or more cockeyed than a bent dick. All I can tell is that it's not going straight. Well, fuck it. We'll make a loop around. Like we did last time. Try not to put this thing in the drink. I don't remember going out this far last time. No, I did. So make this outer loop here. I almost thought about just moving over to the other side because that looks like it's a lot better flat ground. But now that we're in the New Holland Speed Rower, get down pretty close to the edge of this thing. So we got a good border there. Damn it. Stop it. Might as well just keep going in rows here. Do a double edge path. Because that'll get combined into two. Well, two will get combined into one. Whoa, don't do that. This thing is very, very sensitive on the steering. Okay, now that we got that, I can make straight runs. Well, as straight as this stupid thing will let me go. Too fast. This thing is way too quick and turns way too freaking fast. Yeah, I figure it's dual independent motor drive up front, caster rear. It's gonna spin like it's the reverse of a zero turn. I mean, effectively, it is a gigantic zero-turn mower. It's just your casters are on the ass instead of the nose. So the more straight rows we get, the better. Because the easier that makes my job. Keep on trucking down here, and then I think once we get past this part, we only have to deal with the curve in the pond up there, or the creek bend. Do not want to put that in the drink. But yeah, this speed rower is definitely a huge advantage on the old mower. Or the tri-mower setup. You cannot rock the tri-mowers with the internationals. They don't have enough horsepower. Whereas the speed rower, this thing has got the balls. And it's got lights too. Yeah. Now, some of you might be wondering what that weird thing is that's spinning around on the back. That is right there your radiator, and that is your radiator grill. So what that is spinning around is that's basically like a brush to basically keep the built up like seeds and the chaff from the grass that you're cutting. It keeps it from building up on the radiator. It's got a little, basically it's just like a little windshield wiper that just runs around, and it acts like a brush, and it just scrapes off all the shit off your radiator so it stays nice and clean. And so it doesn't overheat your machine, most importantly. Because if that didn't have that little rotating blade on there, you'd be stopping probably every 5 minutes, getting out with a wire brush and manually cleaning out your radiator, which is a huge amount of downtime. So my money's still going down, which means homie's still fielding, which is good. Gives me time to get a jump on this. As you can see, I've already got some bales sitting here. I'll raise the head up and I'm going to go back over this way. I'm going to grab this over here because last time I didn't get it and that was a lot of wasted product. And this will actually make more than 2 autoloaders. Which 2 autoloaders is a lot of freaking bales, which is why I put down those 2 storage sheds. We're going to have a ton of bales sitting around, and it might be so many bales that it'll start lagging the game. And I had ambitions to get the WI Master LT for silage bales, but not looking like that's going to happen right now. I mean, I've got enough money for the wheel. I don't know if I have enough money to do everything else. We're going to line up at this fence post here. Make our way down. Keep all this nice and tidy. And then we'll finish mowing up that section, see where my helper is in the field. If he's pretty close to being done, I'll just go ahead and finish it myself. Alright, so we got that part done. Now I'm just going to backtrack and go up this way, finish this little swath here, and then start going back and forth. Now what this speed rower lacks in width on the cutting head, it more than makes up in speed. Which is precisely why they call it a speed rower. Yeah, I knew there was no way in hell I was getting all that grass in one shot. Swing that bitch around. I've made 2 passes around the outside, so that should be enough. Hopefully. We'll come around here and then we'll just swing in. And I'm going to try and knock out the left-hand section and then just make my way over to the right after I'm done. Basically just waiting to see when my money stops draining. That way I know that homeboy's done with the field up there. Okay, so this lines me up right with the creek, or as Seth would call it, the crick. I love the people that call it a crick. I'm like, what is your neck hurting? No, I'm going down to the crick. Yeah, crick and what? Your neck, back, shoulders? You know what I'm talking about, smart ass. No, honestly I don't. It's a creek, not a crick. It's just like it's soda. It's not pop. Or even better, a water fountain up in, say, like Wisconsin, that area, it's called a bubbler. Makes no fucking sense to me why they call it a bubbler. If anything, they should call it a pisser because it streams out. Why is my phone beeping? Love how my wife loves to tell me every little detail. Like, oh, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. Okay, thanks for telling me. Yeah. Hell, I did pretty damn good for, oh, until there, I had to say it. Got a little off course. But that was all one-handed. This map absolutely has to be hands down favorite. Can't wait to see the next one that Seth does, which I already know which one that's going to be. It's going to be a far more simplified map versus this one. He came out of the gate swinging, firing on all cylinders, doing this map. The next one's going to be far much easier because I think it's just going to be based around pig farming. But it'll be of Troy, Iowa. If it turns out anywhere near as good as this map did, it'll be another amazing American location to farm. And speaking of that too, November 14th, if you don't have the platinum or titanium or extra super special version of this fucking game, the sugarcane DLC will be coming out, which will be all new equipment for harvesting it and planting, I do believe, and a new map. So that'd be kind of cool. And I think right now they've got the DLC set at $14.99. Want to say. So when that comes out, I'll have something else to do as well. If I don't feel like getting in here and doing the daily grind here in Wisconsin, I can always go to, I don't remember if it was Mexico, if it was Colombia we go to for the sugar cane. But it'll be new map, everything. A lot of new equipment that's specifically just for sugar cane harvesting and planting and all that good stuff, so. Damn it. Turns too quick. That'll be an interesting new chapter in the game. And unlike a lot of companies, Giants, I will actually pay what they want for their DLC because they take the time to actually do things right. They don't half-ass anything. So I'll gladly pay for the DLC because it'll be worth it, because if you look at all the content that you're getting out of it, it's far superior. You're basically paying for the entire sugarcane DLC thing what you would for like a tractor pack or a coon pack or the big bud pack. It's $15 regardless, but when you look at the level of detail put in everything, they've got the official licensing, they've got everything, just looks good. So it's one of the games that you don't mind spending money on. Now I could eliminate a step out of here, but I don't really want to do that because my rows are crooked as shit. If I didn't windrow, that would eliminate one of the steps, and I'd be able to just go straight into the Vicon hay bob and start tedding it. But it does need to be windrowed. And this is going to produce an ass load of hay bales. Which these ones might actually sit out in the field for a little while. I can see my speed rower finally starting to get a little dirt on her. About time. I think this is my third cutting with it. Yeah, this is the third time cutting this area. And it's just now starting to pick up a little bit of dirt. See how this thing's kind of like floating back and forth? It's very hard to keep this thing in a straight freaking line because you barely touch the analog stick. What the fuck? Oh, I just hit the brake. That's how sensitive these bumpers are. I barely had my finger touched on it, and apparently I was riding the brake. Don't go down there. I was lazy, didn't feel like doing a zero turn on that one. Flip this thing around. Oh, helper H is now done with the field. That's awesome. That means 24, 26, and the extension between the two of them is done. And it is set in cash crop. So our entire cash crop farm is ready to go. And then the next big thing we'll be doing will be a ton of harvesting. But first things first, gotta take care of the baling. And then all the fields down here at the farm, that's more baling because I'll be turning on straw swath for that. And then after this is done, I think I'll have enough hay bales to keep my 500 head of cattle up for quite some time. Seeing how I hit the maximum on feed and all that, I'm good for a while, for 6 days. Won't have to feed them jack shit, they're good. Don't need to water them. Spin. This thing is like a gazelle. It's just nimble as hell. Spin-ish. I like too that even though the mower's down, it's not changing where the grass got laid out. Alright, so into that row. We don't have that many passes left. I think maybe half a dozen, if that. Yeah, about 6. But these are long passes now. These ones go all the way up those trees down there. Ah, damn it, I didn't put in my customization shop. I want to get rid of those goofy ass double stacked tractors. They're trying to pull me in one direction. I'm trying to go this way. We are getting closer and closer. I think what we'll do to cap this episode is we'll finish doing the speed rowing, and then I'll have to go download the I'll have to go buy the Jeep DLC for Car Mechanic Simulator. So I'm long overdue to do some streaming of that. I still need to get those other cars out. I need to sell all the cars that are in my garage. Well, no, because I got a ton of money. Maybe do some customer jobs for once instead. I know I still have that hot rod sitting on the lift. I did all the body and the paint. I just have to redo the motor in it first. Then I can turn around and sell that car. As long as I've got one free lift though and one free parking space, I can take a couple jobs at a time. I want to try and figure out what the hell that crate thing is that they were talking about. Like, for doing customer jobs, you get a crate that gives you like some random performance parts or some shit. I'm going to have to figure out what all that noise is about. Back up, back up, back up. So this is taking probably about a good 25 minutes just to do the mowing. Then I've got to do the windrow. Then I've got to do the tedding. Then I have to do the baling. So this is a 4-step, oh no, 5-step. If I was loading them on the trailer, but 4-step process: cut, windrow, tedder, bale. So very labor intensive just to get hay bales for your farm, which is why we have the buy bales mod in. So if we didn't have, say we didn't have the equipment or we didn't have the time to do all this, we could just buy the bales. So I want to leave some of that over there for a pass, so I don't want to have to do a dummy pass. I could easily take all that with the harvester. The speed rower, harvester, same thing, you're harvesting grass. Because I knew it was going to widen out down here. Might widen out a little too much. And it did. Then I'm going to take and buy that shop, replaceable shop, and put it down here. That way I don't have to drive all the way up to the implement shop just to do something to one of my tractors. And I'll just get all that missed stuff on my way back because I gotta park the speed rower. I always want to say wind rower when I'm trying to say speed rower. If I'm trying to say speed rower, I say wind rower. Alright, so it looks like we have just that one little bit of grass down at the other end of scalp, and then this field will be all cut, ready for baling, or ready for windrowing. As you can see, this thing hauls ass when it doesn't have the cutter on the ground. I remember where the hell, right there. Get this last little spike done, and that will probably wrap it up for this episode. Alright, so you got everything cut. Let's get the speed rower out of the way. Alright, so the speed rower is done. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do a little bit more. I just got to think of something first. I was trying to do the mental math there. So what we're going to need is I'll check that out. 200K bin. Upper Mississippi River Valley. I like that. You can see what it holds too, that's pretty cool. Alright, we're gonna go back. Where is the shed? Elevated shack, small shack. Vehicle workshop. And we're gonna move. Where the fuck am I? I'm gonna come up this way with it. Let's put that like right. At the front of it. Yep, right there. So let's hop in this tractor first. I want to get rid of these damn dual stacks, and I want to put... I don't need dual tires on this one, but I do want to get rid of the goofy ass dual chrome stacks and go to the single ones, but I think that reduces the horsepower. Oh, you can direct sell them here too. Customize. So 145 or 160. Alright, there we go. We got the... Nope, that still has the goofy ass double stacks on it. Oh, what the shit? Well, if that's the case, I want the bigger motor. Now what the fuck is the difference between the black stripe and... Oh! Okay, that didn't do shit. I'll still be driving these goofy ass dual stack tractors. Nah, screw it. You know what? We might actually get the windrowing done. Get out and on. Yeah, I think I'll do the windrowing. Why is it not lowered? Oh. We'll go ahead and get this part taken care of. I want to at least get it to where it's ready to be tethered or baled, one of the two. Either or works. Like that I'm going to try and stay away from so I can combine those two rows over there. Now if I had the big ass windrower, I'd be taking 3, 4, 5 freaking rows at a time. But we need a bigger tractor. No, actually I don't know, because the 1455, which I have one sitting around, that actually did handle the bigger windrower. And that was a either a 4 or 6 tine windrower. This one here is just good because of the size versus the tractor. So we're going to take all this and we're going to combine it around. That way I'm not too close to the edge. So we're going to push as much as we can up the hill, away from the bank. This will actually help. Wow, look at that wind road, and it just removed a lot of the grass. That's awesome. Look at that. Windrowing is acting like a bush hog. I like it. So we're gonna keep going along the edge here and pick up as much as we can. Actually, I might just follow this circle path all the way around. Even though that's gonna leave bales in some weird spots. Right now we're only getting 2 rows. But they're nice straight rows. I think it's the other tractor that if I bought, it wouldn't have these double stacks. And they'd still have the hub extensions. Nice fat ass windrow there. Hey, don't be missing that shit. That's money. Well, actually, that's not money. That's cow food. Alright, so we'll get that going. Just out of curiosity, no, we're gonna go straight row now. As straight as we can. We gotta try and clean up these windrows. That's not really leaving a lot behind. And it's not leaving a nice, long, straight pile either. So I might reset this windrower and get a bigger one. And just haul it down here with the JCB, because the JCB hauls ass. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Actually, the JCB might actually have to pull it. I'll have to look and see how much horsepower the larger one takes. How much horsepower does that take? This is the one I have. Oh Christ, the big one only takes 110 horsepower. Yeah. Did that not fold up all the way? No. Doesn't matter. We'll just reset it. Man, that right there is the weak link. We've got 160 horse out of this tractor, and it only takes 100. It takes very little horsepower to run the windrower. So we'll park this here. And we'll scroll till we get to our windrower. Where's that dinky little bitch? No, that's the big one. There it is. Reset. Yes. And he's done, so let's fold up that. We'll ride it. Get some equipment out of the way. So that's good there. Oh, how's the pallet factory doing? As I figured. So we've got 10% in the trailer, but we need to get these pallets off the line because we're shut down. I only get one more. That is a full trailer of pallets. So now, where the hell are the two places I need? Oh, we're going to drop them off at the charcoal factory. And then we're going to drop them off at the sugar factory. Then we're also going to need to take a little water too. So we'll probably be buying another truck and trailer. So here's the charcoal factory right here. And all it takes is pallets and wood chips. So what we're going to do gonna pop that loose. Apparently the fucking pallets don't go on right there. Hold on, let's take a look at the screen. Oh, output products, wood chips, logs, input. We need wood chip. Oh shit, this does both. This should take pallets. Well, if not, we got a dick ton of pallets for the sugar factory. So we'll go down there with the autoloader. And then we'll have to get us a water trailer. So we are quickly, I don't know how I missed both of those. We are quickly pissing away all the money that we had. This will be a good little drive here, but on the bright side, and drop this trailer here at the sugar factory. Then drop off all the pallets. That way we'll have plenty of pallets for the sugar factory. And then in turn, we can sell off some pallets too that we're making. But we do have to get us another water tanker. This is a long drive, even at 55 miles an hour. There is our old windrower and our new bigger windrower. It was good to see that. So I'm gonna guess that once we get pallets and then water to the sugar factory, we'll be alright. At least it's not far, it's right here. We've got a shitload of sugar beets, so we're good to go on that. Now I know it's going to output the products on that side, so we got to come over here to input products. Now watch out for my other truck. There we go, it just took 4 pallets. So that's full. Alright, so that's gonna be... Actually, I think that took 3 rows of pallets. Now I gotta go back to the frickin' shop again. So we got pallets and we got sugar beets. We need water to go with that. And I'll actually make 2 products. I'll make molasses as a byproduct, and then I'll make sugar. So we actually get 2 products coming out of the sugar factory. Which, while we're up here, it's too bad this truck doesn't have a back attacher. I'd much rather cruise along at 55 miles an hour. Although JCB's not too far behind. We'll set that there, get the JCB. Sell off this rake. This is the Fast Track 42 or 46. Bitch. Alright, cool, so we'll get that back on that. Now we need... I'm pretty sure that's in animals. Yep, large water trailer. So if we got that. turn around and hook up to this one. Then we'll take this down to the sawmill. There's a water trigger down there. And we will get that tanker filled up. While that tanker's filling, we'll move the JCB around, get that larger windrower down. This is the first time I'm pulling a tanker without having a matching colored truck. This is why I think I went with the white tank instead of the chrome one. So we literally only have to go a little bit past the factory here, which is not making anything yet because we do not have water, which we might need more than one load. At least we don't have to go far for the water. It's right here. Unlike the drive that we're going to have to do with the JCB to get the damn windrower down where it's got to go. I'm going to come down here to our sell point, or our trigger actually. So all that's going, cycle through 18 bajillion vehicles here. Not even close to the one we need yet. So fucking many. There it is. Once we get this so we're hooked up. Once we get this brought down to the farm, that'll be our wider windrower, so we'll be able to get that done faster. Yeah, this is only 10 miles an hour slower than the semi, I'll take it. Do. This is gonna be a long trip, which I guarantee you by the time I get to where the sawmill is with this little bastard, that tanker's gonna be full. We got our sugar beets there, we got our pallets, but we need water. See our sugar beet harvester there. Now, believe it or not, I think that's only 3 passes into that field, but that harvester holds 100,000 each go around. There's our tanker getting filled up down there. Probably deliver this down, put water in, and then we'll call it day here. And a long ass straightaway here, which my tractor is drifting. Hold a straight line, dude. JCB really does not look like a tractor. It looks like somebody took a fucking big ass backhoe and took the front end off and took the rear end off of it. I really probably wouldn't see, logically, in reality, too many farmers using a JCB for a tractor. Unless they stepped up their game big time. I know their backhoes sucked ass. My preference for a mid-sized backhoe is the John Deere 310G. Well, at least we're almost to the farm. Pow! Take that 25-mile-an-hour street sign. Pow! Take that, somebody's mailbox. Oh, now I can do 50? I'm under the speed limit. Come on, get down to the farm already, jeez. Whoa, airtime. Holy shit, that's a mess. Can we jump it? Not really. There's our tractor that is in need of a windrower. Unfold this sucker and lower it. There we go, nice big ass 4-tine windrower. Hard to believe that this little bitty ass tractor is going to pull that big ass windrower. But now we need to find this guy right here, the fast track. Reset him. Back to the shop. Find our tanker. She's full. And let's see if we can top off that tank at the sugar factory. I'll have to get my guy going here on recultivating. Well, I do think he's probably got maybe 2 loads left. Did not want to do that. Parker braking. This non-turning ass over turning ass truck. So we'll drain it out. So what do we got pallet wise? 24,000 full, 100,000 full. We have no products as of yet. Water's going in. Empty pallets are only at 60%. Sugar beets are at 100%. Alright, so it's probably going to be a double trip. Probably going to take 2 trips to get all the water in. Oh, what's the water at? No, water's at 90. We're good. So it should, there we go, she's making product. We have our molasses and we have our sugar. So we're up on line, oh, 666. Now we should start seeing this taking in beets, which it is. Help me, I'm stuck. So that's actually going to go down pretty quick. Alright, now what we're doing? Alright, we're set for that. I'll go ahead and save the damn game. We got the sugar factory going. We're ready to start windrowing, but that's almost 3 hours. 3 hours worth of work, and we didn't really get much to really show for it. So that just goes to show how much work there really is on these 4X maps. And I mean, it's just a never-ending grind of stuff you've got to do. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video if you liked what you see, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next time.